to not only motivate you all guys, to show that anything is possible throughout anything you possibly do. So yeah, haircut. Then gonna read the book and do something that I've never done before. So stay tuned and let me get my haircut. See. Now this is my buzz cut. I like it, and this is a new trim that I've done. This is the first time I ever done like a buzz cut, and it looks fucking fresh and good. So the reason why I chose a buzz cut, this is a new cut by the way, a new style that I've just implemented. It's because I wanted to try something new, and it's by looking at your face or shape. Right now I'm gonna show a screenshot of the shapes that will involve in our heads. If you have a square shape like me, meaning by have a square face, meaning that your jawline is wider than your face, like this, it means shorter haircuts are better for you. To not only make your face look larger, to also make it look more full and better, just like this. Even if I stand like straight like this, it suits me. And if you wanna go check yours, that screenshot will tell you whatever you wanna do about it. So let me just tell you like a funny story. I've just made a vlog there in my barber shop, and after I was done, I was coming back home. Then I was that side, maybe like a few meters from home, and there were some two girls far away looked at me, pointed at me, and started to laugh. At that time, a little bit, I became so angry for some reason, but I also realized that, oh, I'm above them, they are below me, so that's why they pointed at me. It might sound egotistical or arrogant, but it's just the way it is. And that thing of getting to 10,000 is still a goal in my mind. Still have to want to complete it. So let me just read you guys the book Iron John. This is the preface, page 6. But human beings, sensing how much flexibility they might need in meeting new situations, decided to store this sort of knowledge outside the initial system. They store it in stories, then fairy stories, legends, myth, hard stories, amount to reservoir where we keep new ways of surrounding that we can adapt when the controversial and the current way wears out. Some of the great students of this reservoir is in recent centuries have been George Kodker, Gurdjieff, Carl Jung, Harry Gizen, and Joseph Campbell, and George Dumézil. My first teacher in unfolding the fairy story was Marci Louis von Fax. This book's drawn on a whole community of men, many of whom worked in this field long before I entered it myself. First, first amongst those in Alexander, Michi- Michigan, the German analyst who died in 1981, and many fine thinkers in English as well. I'm in debt I am indebted deeply to the man with whom I joyfully taught during the last 8 years. I thank Keith Tombsborn for his interest in man's material. The first chapter is a rewrite of his interview with me. Then there is something said by Antonio Machado said, "You walk on, there are no roads, only wind trails on a sea." Then we begin with chapter 1, which is called The Pillow and the Key. We talked a great deal about the American man, as if there were some content quality that remained stable over decades or even within a single decade. The men who lived today have vast far away from arrived in New England in 1630, willing to sit through 3 services in an unheated church. In the South, an expensive mother-born caviar developed, and neither of the two American men resembled the greedy railroad entrepreneur that later developed in the Northeast, nor the reckless I will do without culture settles of the West. Even in our own era, that agrees on models that had changed dramatically. During the 50s, for example, an American character appeared with some consistency that became a model of manhood adopted by many men, the 50s man. He got to work early, labored responsible yes, supported his wife and his children, and admired the discipline. Reagan is a sort of mummified version of the Dodged type. This sort of man didn't see women's souls well, but he appreciated their bodies, and his views of culture and the American part is in the boyish and optimistic. Many of his qualities were strong and positive, but beneath the charm and bluff there was, and theirs remain, much isolated, diversion, and passivity. Unless he had an enemy, he isn't sure that he is alive. This explains that our deep demon inside, there will be always something that drive us, that change us into different beings of life. So if one of us don't pay attention in the demon that is inside of us, we will not discover any truth but by which ourselves and the way we live. It all comes down through discipline and hard work. These days we're filled with men that aren't hardworking. They are lazy, not productive, and not as frightening as they were before. So I want to address this right now. I feel stuck for some reason. Brain fart. I don't know what to speak. I don't know what to say. And I will explain at the end of the video why this is happening. But you need to also make a change. If you don't make a change in your life, no one will. So it all comes down to discipline and who you are as Amen. So let me address what I've just thought about. As you saw the clip that I was eating some watermelon, yeah, it was good and healthy. But right now, I've learned something later that carbs, like carbohydrates, are the ones that can make you feel brain fog. As you've noticed, I started to stutter a bit more. I started to not think straight. I started to mix up my words, not read clearly because of carbohydrates. The best thing I did for me to stay calm and for me to read perfectly, speak perfectly, and not make any mistakes is by me not eating carbs. This was an experience that I've let go for some time, but I'm glad to see that I can notice it back, and I will do everything to work hard and to fulfill my journey. I haven't done this one in a long time, meaning a handstand. And this might be the first time I've done it. So it's going to be a montage, and my challenge is to hold it for 2 seconds. Then I'll progressively overload to 3, 4, 5, on and on and on. So let me start doing the handstand. Let's go. Ah. 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 One more. Ah. No. Let's do it one more time. One more time. One more time. One more time. Ah. I'll count it as 1, 2. But nonetheless, thank you for watching day 4 of the vlog, and I'll see you guys in the next day, next video. So peace, and I'll see you the next one. Peace.